The following is a presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Student-led, student-centered, student-serving.
Welcome into the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network as tonight on the road, Frederick taking on the Niwot Cougars after a tough loss on Tuesday against the Horizon Hawks. I'm MacHendrie. Alongside me is Marcus Key. Marcus, how are we feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty hyped tonight. You know, that was a tough loss against Horizon on Tuesday, but it was a hard-fought loss, and I think Frederick's ready to come back from that, play really hard tonight against Niwot.
Yeah, they're ready to bounce back, but we'll see how it goes tonight. Frederick, you know, they're kind of struggling right now. They haven't had the rhythm that they wanted. You know, I believe they're 1-2 in their last 3 games. So trying to get back tonight against this kind of rough Niwot team, 5-16 on their record books. So on paper, this Niwot team is not the greatest, but I've seen this Frederick team lose to a Monarch team that was 3-11, which might have been the best 3-11 team I've ever watched play the game of basketball. But these boys are ready to go. They're ready. They're fired up. Talked to them a little bit before pregame, and you know they're fired up. They're ready. And I was talking to Ollie Justice. He said, "Hey, we got to have an early start. We got to get going quickly." And for that, they got to start quickly. And I mean that leads into pretty much what you want to talk about starting off fast. We'll lead right into your keys for tonight's game.
Yeah, my keys right now, like you said, Ian, get off to a hot start. Got to score and defend early. We lead Niwot in average points in quarter one. 12.6 for Niwot, and Frederick is 18.7. We just got to minimize that average as much as possible, defend early, and maximize our average as much as possible. Go over our average, get as many shots, get as many points as we possibly can in this first quarter. Build up that momentum real quickly.
Yeah, I want to talk about that kind of the first quarter in Horizon. You know, Gennaro Dorsey coming off. He had 3 big-time threes to start us off in the game, but then as the game kind of progressed, you know, kind of went off his game a little bit. The rest of the team couldn't hit their threes. So I think to establish the dominance tonight, one player's got to go off, and then the rest of them kind of just have to feed off that energy and keep rolling tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. My next key for tonight is to win in transition. Got to get hot off those rebounds and play quickly, way quicker than Niwot.
Yeah, I mean, Niwot, they're a team in transition. We haven't really got to watch them in transition yet, so we'll see how they play. Frederick, I will say they're a little slow in transition to get back on defense. Horizon was kind of exposing that against us. You know, they were throwing it down low to their taller guys down low and halfway down the court, and they were getting open pretty quickly. But I think tonight for Frederick, if they get quick in transition, this game's going to be theirs. You know, they get those 3 balls in transition, you know, kind of get Niwot to fly by or have Cole Davis or Gennaro Dorsey down low dominating the glass. It's going to be a fun one for Frederick tonight if they can just establish the quick transition game.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to stats for that one, though, Niwot, that is the only stat that Niwot is within 1 average per game. They're at 24.0, and we're at 24.5 for rebounds. So we got to make sure we're hot off those, be better than Niwot at the rebounds. And then my third key for tonight is to not get too confident. We beat Niwot in every single statistic. Record 13-7 versus 15-6, 15-16, not 15-16, 5-16 for Niwot. 7-3 on the league for Frederick, and 1-10 on the league for Niwot.
Yeah, Niwot struggled in the league thus far this season. This team for Frederick, if they really, really want this game, which I know they do, this is a game which on your stat sheet should be a pretty easy game, but it's going to be one of those games that if Frederick wants to get going, they got to get going quickly. You know, talking about, like you were talking about some of their stats, they do beat us in the rebounds per game. We're averaging about 17.6 from what I've known. So we got to find a way to just get going at that. We're averaging just under about 70 points per game. So I'm expecting that number to be excelled tonight. But we just need Frederick, you know, on this senior night for Niwot, a night that should be special for them to remember, to just come out with all dominance. I'm expecting a big night from Dante Lechuga or Ollie Justice. You know, he's coming off his first game back. It was an okay game for him. He had a couple good threes to get going. But besides that, you know, he was kind of lights out. Dante coming off a game where he fouled out. So we'll just need to see what Frederick will do. And like we talked about earlier, they got to get off to a hot start. As it is Niwot's senior night, which we saw in the girls' game. The girls came in and dominated Niwot's girls' team and won by 30, so it was a good game there. we'll see if boys can replicate that tonight as Niwot has a little rowdy crowd piling in. Frederick, not as many students, but there are quite a few people here.
Yeah.
So
on paper, both of Frederick's varsity teams are way dominant over Niwot. And based on how dominant Frederick's girls team was over Niwot's girls team and how dominant they are on paper as well compared to the boys teams, I think Frederick is going to show their dominance against Niwot exponentially tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're comfortable, they're ready, and I'm expecting some big nights from our starters, and we'll see how they come out tonight, if they're going to come out with some dominant factors or if it's going to be kind of a slowish start. But Frederick's girls, they came out strong. They dominated, you know, getting some steals quick and early, so they need some of that tonight. So we'll see what Frederick and Niwot bring to the table as we wait for both teams to get their starters announced here in Niwot. This is our first game on the road for the boys. But this team feeling very comfortable. The starting five for Frederick looks like Zach Attack Burton, Caleb Agent Zero Whitler, Dante Deuce Lechuga, Gennaro Dorsey, and the Juice, Ollie Justice. As we will listen in to the national anthem for tonight's broadcast. And now we listen in to the starting five for Niwot and Frederick. It's Caleb Willer.
Now the starters for the Cougars. Junior, number 3, LT Lehman. Senior, number 4, Emmett Verhoeven. Senior, number 12, Elliot Wisecup. Senior, number 15, Milo Peterson. And senior, number 20, Will Jones.
As we are just moments away from tip here in Niwot. Frederick on the road, ready to go.
I think you touched on him a little bit earlier, Ian. Ollie Justice, second game back from an ankle injury, and it's going to be really exciting what he can do tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. He's coming off his first game back. It wasn't a horrible game for him. Just wasn't his best. I know Ollie can shoot better. As we'll see Gennaro Dorsey taking on the tip-off against Niwot's number 20, Will Jones. As here we go, Dorsey coming off a big game as Niwot wins the tip-off, and we're off here in Niwot as Wisecup brings it up the floor, covered by Justice. Wisecup going to his right, Try to go down low as Lechuga falls on it. He was looking for the backdoor cut of Verhoeven, as they'll say that was out of bounds on Frederick.
Really messy start to this game here tonight. Frederick lost some momentum that they had throughout the season on Tuesday against Horizon, and it's showing the morale hit that it took for that tough loss.
Niwot outside, nice cutting down low, and that bucket will fall for Will Jones on a nice cut. Here's Justice in transition with the left hand, kicks it out. Dorsey going to the rack, backs it out for Lechuga. Dante controlling from the top of the key. As they're going to call a 5-second violation on Frederick. We'll see how Niwot responds. So already a little messy start from Frederick. Just got to hone in here, lock in a little bit. Giving the screen, Wise Cup. Covered by Lechuga. Outside Jones. Jones going to pull a three, covered by Dorsey. Good! In the face of Gennaro Dorsey.
Frederick really has to step up their defense here tonight to start off. Really take Niwot's momentum away.
Burton a three, no good. Grabs the own rebound. Burton outside looking for Justice, got it bobbled. Gives it to Lechuga. Lechuga for Whitler, a deep three from Whitler, no good. Rebound by Niwot.
It's really showing how much of a morale hit, like I talked about earlier, was taken from Frederick on Tuesday after that tough loss against Horizon.
Yeah, like you talked about, they can't get too confident against a team like Niwot. Already starting off kind of cold. We'll see how Frederick can respond. They got to get defensive stop here. Jones, another three on the way. That one off. Rebound well by Dorsey. Now facilitating the offense, Gennaro Dorsey. Dorsey going to work. He got it knocked away from him. Kind of bobbling it up. Here's Lechuga. Lechuga going to work with the right hand. Lechuga out in the corner. Burton dishes it off to Justice. Justice, nice jab step from Nolly. Justice going to work. Kicks it in the corner. And a charge is called on Justice. As a nice play by Verhoeven to draw the charge. And Frederick cold to start here in Niwot.
Seems like Niwot's taken the advice I gave in my keys earlier. Really starting off aggressive and taking as many shots as possible, but also stepping up their defense as well.
Yeah, Niwot is here. And Frederick is not seeming ready for it as another bucket for Wise Cup drops. The senior on senior night. 7-0 run to start as Frederick still struggling. As Whitler going up and won't go. Whitler grabs his own rebound. Whitler out to Justice for three. Can't hit again. Frederick still scoreless. As the shots are there, they're just not falling. Will Jones. Verhoeven. Dishes. There's Lyman. Lyman covered well by Burton. Almost got that ball away from him. Verhoeven stepping through the lane, and a foul is called. A travel called on Niwot as he took too many steps. As Frederick's mini rowdy crowd, for those who are here. Lechuga trying to end the scoreless drought for Frederick. They got to get it up the floor and do something. Lechuga dishes off to Burton. Burton facilitating backdoor. Lechuga gets Frederick going with the deuce.
Got to keep up that small bit of momentum, build that momentum up that Dante just brought to Frederick.
There's a high pass, Jones, backdoor, and Justice in the lane as he was looking for Peterson. Backdoor cutting, and Justice intercepts it. Justice going to work on Peterson. Justice outside, Whitler. Whitler driving, Whitler fighting through the lane. Whitler gives it out to Dorsey. Dorsey going to work, and a blocking foul called.
Got to axe down that momentum that Niwot built so far in the first
As here comes
3.5 minutes of this first quarter.
As Davis checks in for Gennaro Dorsey. Davis, such a strong starter throughout this season. Without Dorsey, this team, they missed him for about 12 games. Coming back in the lineup, he's been such a key piece. But Davis having him come out, a senior leader. As Davis, a pull-up two right off the bench and on the stat sheet, Cole Davis. Frederick playing this high pressing defense. Niwot a little flustered right now. Outside slowing it down. Wisecup with it. Kicks it out. Jones. Jones finds Lyman. Lyman covered by Whitler. It's Wisecup with it. Wisecup looking down low. Nice interception there from Whitler as Davis and Whitler both read it well off the miscue by Burton, who kind of lost it. As a nice cut that Niwot has been doing so well already tonight is creating those open space middle court cuts. 7-4. Lyman wanted to get the ball, got open. Peterson got it taken away by Lechuga, and a foul on Peterson for a reach.
Like I touched on earlier, Ian, slowly axing down Niwot's momentum.
Yeah, Niwot came out hot, shooting some big time. They got that big time three from Jones, then some beautiful cuts down low that got him going. But since then, it's been Lechuga and Davis who have got Frederick on the score sheet. Lechuga pulls a three. Date, good! Lechuga and forces Niwot to call a timeout as we got a tie game here in Niwot.
Very clean three from Lechuga. Once again, building up Frederick's momentum and axing down Niwot's. Going to be very important after that rough start for Frederick.
Yeah, it was a little rough of a start. Date got 5 of the 7 points already. Davis has 2 of them. It's just been a battle already for Frederick. You know, this is not where they wanted to be. They wanted on a hot start. Right now they're kind of struggling to get hot, but right there, already a big 7-point swing. Frederick on a 7-0 run to tie this game back up. And kind of Niwot just kind of feeling it out a little bit still. Both teams still in the early stages of the first quarter, so you don't need to rush anything just yet. 7-7. Wisecup up the floor. Working on Justice, goes to the left hand. Dishes to Jones. Jones got it batted as he's going to Wisecup as Lechuga wanted a foul. Outside Peterson. Pump fake the three, looking where to go with it. Peterson kind of trapped. There's Lyman in the corner. Lyman looking where to go with it, covered by Davis. Up high, Cunningham, and a travel called on Niwot.
As you said, coming out of that timeout there, Ian, don't want to rush building up our momentum, but we do want to be quick with it.
Yeah, be smart with the shots. No need to jack up any threes that don't need necessary. That's one thing this team does is they do, you know, when they feel hot from three, they kind of cool down a little bit and they just keep firing, and that's when those leads kind of build for the opposing teams. But tonight is one of those nights I think Frederick can go on some runs, get some big buckets as Lechuga goes to the lane, gets a foul, as I think he will be going to the line to shoot 2. And he will be. So Lechuga, already one of the leading scorers on this team tonight, already 5 points for him. Looking for points 6 and 7. Lechuga up, and he just can't hit it. Something that Frederick has struggled on this season is their free throws, especially later on in the season. They just can't hit their free throws. We've seen it a lot from Zach Burton and Caleb Whitler, but besides that, this team is pretty sound when it comes to shooting free throws, and he misses both. There's some frustration as he claps his hands.
Niwot's playing really, not dirty, but still very aggressive. Starting off, it seems like they know mentally that Frederick outmatches them on paper, and they're trying to combat that by playing aggressive, and seems like a little too aggressive.
Yeah, Frederick gets called.
Frederick gets another foul.
Yeah, that's a Davis reach-in foul. It was a little close from our angle. I couldn't really tell. I thought it was clean, but we'll see what happens as that goes on. So it'll be Niwot ball. Moving it around. Bert Seckley dumps it down low. A little too much on it, I thought maybe Davis got a hand on it, but the ref says he does it. So we'll see Burton dishing off to Lechuga to get this ball in and do what they do best and bring it up the floor. Kicks it Justice. I want to see Justice feel his rhythm again, get some threes going. Kicks it way up high. Jumping was Burton. Burton looking where to go with it. Kicks it. Davis, a big-time three. Yes! Cole Davis with a three.
Very big-time long moves from Frederick there to try and get as much movement around and confuse Niwot as much as possible.
Yeah, Davis, he's been kind of struggling from beyond the arc in recent, but right there hits a big-time three. So him and Lechuga Still the only 2 bucket makers in the game tonight for Frederick, as a lot of cutting by Niwot. They're just trying to get open down in the paint. Frederick is realizing it and picking up the defense very well. As Lechuga almost had the steal that time on Lyman. This is a matchup I wanted to see. LT Lyman taking on Dante Lechuga. Runs into the screen. Outside, Circley. Circley. Good defense by Frederick. As Circley drops the 2 home. Here's the juice. Ollie going to work. Kicks it. Corner. Whitler. Pump fake. Flyby. Going to the lane. Oh my goodness. Caleb Whitler with a tough bucket. The sophomore superstar doing it himself. As that shot banking off the backboard and in. So a very back and forth battle. Lechuga out for Burton in the corner. Hesitates on the 3. Back to Lechuga. Nice little rotation game from Frederick. Here's Justice. Justice in the corner. Davis, another 3. Can't hit it. Off the iron and bounces away. 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 11-12, Frederick leads on the road here in Niwot. Seckley, I apologize. Dishes it to Cunningham. Cunningham kicks it out. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebounded well as Cunningham goes up for the shot and in. As they take the lead once again, 13-12. 33 lead changes. Justice pulling a 3, feeling comfortable, no good. And a cutting Whitler with a tough rebound and a tough basket from Caleb Whitler.
Back and forth like a ping pong game here in Niwot tonight.
Yeah, very ping pong action. 4 lead changes already in the first. 9 seconds. Lyman feeling his 3, no good. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Burton brings up the floor, dishes, Justice, Whitler at the buzzer, yeah! Caleb Agent Zero Whitler on a mission. That gives Frederick a 4-point lead.
3 at the buzzer for Whitler. Very big play to end that first quarter. Once again, building up that momentum that Frederick needs.
As we'll set it down to the court with Megan. Megan.
Thank you, Ian. I'm down here on the sideline as our Niwot Cougars are taking on our Frederick Golden Eagles. Overall, it has been a really close game for both teams. I have noticed that Frederick Golden Eagles have been overall 6-13, as Niwot Cougars have been overall 5-16. This makes for a really good game, as we're expecting second, third, and fourth quarter. Let's hope Frederick can pull through and make that win. Back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Megan. As a first quarter for Frederick that you want to remember but also kind of forget. A lot of missed opportunities for them. So just some more calm, composed basketball that they need.
Frederick needed those last few plays really badly, those last few shots, especially that 3 from Caleb Whitler down there in the corner.
Yeah, right at the buzzer. That's how you throw some momentum in your team's favor, is hit another tough bucket like that. We saw Dante Lechuga, a 3/4 quarter heave back against Stanley Lake at a buzzer beater. Here's Lechuga working it outside. There's Lovins, who had a hot game against Silver Creek, another tough team that Frederick had to play on this challenge. As Whitler goes up, draws the foul, and he's going to the line, as it is Caleb Whitler's world, and Niwot is living in it right now.
Seems like Niwot's still trying to compensate for the on-paper mismatch between them and Frederick by playing still not dirty, but still very, very overly aggressive.
As Whitler drops the first one of the best free throw shooters on the team, and he's already having himself a night with a tough 3 at the buzzer, and then now some free throw opportunities. What we saw in the girls' game is the girls had some tough fouls. They got into foul trouble real quick and got Frederick and Niwot both in bonuses very quickly. We'll see if this game is very similar. Niwot dishing it, Lyman outside, and a 3-ball blocked by Whitler.
The zeros go clash, and a very clean block by Whitler there. Really good to stop those big plays that Niwot is trying to make.
Yeah, Ben Seckley wide open in the corner, and Whitler came flying by and blocked that one. Frederick playing nice defense on this inbound. As up high, Verhoeven. Verhoeven with the left hand now, kind of facilitating. Finds Lyman. LT Lyman leads this team in points per game with 11.6. Dishes it back out. Seckley. And Lyman got it poked away. I'm sorry. Verhoeven got it poked away. Here's Whitler. As he got it poked away, he didn't see Lyman from behind. It's a great job by Lyman to poke that one out. Lyman trapped up high. Verhoeven out in the corner for three. That one offline. There's Yagmard looking for a three. As a backdoor wide open. Cunningham cuts the lead to 4.
Frederick is building up their defense against those big plays that Niwot's trying to make.
Lechuga tried to pull up jumper, no good. Grabs his own rebound. Dorsey going to work outside. Dorsey can't hit. Trying to ride the hot game he had against Horizon. Couldn't hit that time. Verhoeven going to work. He's double teamed up high. Verhoeven dishes to Lyman. Lyman kind of slowing it down here. LT Lyman dishes on a switch to Verhoeven as he lost it. Whitler in the lane. Whitler there. Basket goes right over the rim. As now Frederick in transition. Dorsey grabs it. He was not ready for it. Dorsey finds Davis. Davis going to work. Outside, and a blocking foul is called down low. So he's trying to draw the charge. Just was not set. Was LT Lyman.
Frederick's really building up their defense, and that's what they really needed to do in the first quarter. But they're doing it now, and it still counts to help.
Whitler and Lechuga, the two guards, taking a little rest as Burton and Justice come on the floor. Some of the best shooters and one of the most physical men I've seen play basketball in Zach Burton. Corner, Justice wanted the three, didn't take it. He goes to the lane. Justice with a tough finish and draws the foul. Wow, what a play by Ollie Justice.
Niwot's really aggressive with their defense in the paint. And Frederick is a little bit less aggressive with their defense deep in the paint.
Yeah, they don't want to get that foul. And it looked like right there, Justice kind of flew as he was going down.
Yeah.
He's got such a high vertical. I love watching Ollie Justice play basketball. He's such a facilitator play. He can make threes from basically anywhere. And then he also has one of the highest verticals I've ever seen. So he can get up and meet you at the rim if needed. Frederick with a 7-point lead. As a timeout called by Niwot. As Frederick kind of stifling Niwot here in the second quarter. As when we come back, more second quarter action here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Are you tired of paying rent or constantly moving from one place to another? LGI Homes has the solution for you. We offer affordable new homes with exceptional quality. With our simplified buying process and zero down options available, easily achieve the dream of homeownership and quickly move into your new home. At LGI Homes, we have it all, offering new homes.
Hey, Kyle Michael here with Michael Real Estate and Remax Momentum, and I'm here at my...
As we are back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network in Niwot, Frederick 15, up 22-15 in a game that Frederick, I wouldn't say is a must-need win, but is one of those wins that they need to get here tonight against a team that on paper has the higher mismatch that they could go out and win. So Frederick up by 7. We just saw some free throws from Justice. Dropped the one free throw.
Frederick's built up a lot of the momentum that they really needed in those crucial first 4 minutes of that first quarter. They've really built it up in the second quarter so far, and it's really paying off. They're building a lead.
Yeah, corner three, no good. Dorsey got it popped out of his hands, and they're going to say it was out of bounds on Colin Cunningham, and Frederick will get the inbound. See Burton give it off to Ollie Justice. Like you said, he coming off an injury only a game ago. He returned. So, oh my goodness, Justice with the handles. Justice gives it to Dorsey. Those two, the chemistry. Dorsey a 2, and it's too good to miss. Gennaro Dorsey. Up high, Niwot. For Hogan. trying to move it around right now. Just trying to find something to go. Verhoeven gives it off into the corner. Driving. Outside ball lost in his own hands as Davis almost got a steal there. And what a play by Justice to be in the right place at the right time. Knocked that ball loose, and a substitution coming on the floor for Niwot.
Really slick play from Justice there. Got that ball out of there, but gave it to Niwot still.
Yeah, he has eyes in the back of his head, it seemed like there, with a nice move as he almost intercepts that one. It's a hard drop step from Will Jones. Outside, goes to Jones, open, he can shoot. Jones, and hits another three as he can shoot from deep, and Frederick giving him the shots to do so. Justice going in transition. Outside, Dorsey, he's gonna pull a three of his own. Dorsey hits a big time three and counteracts the Niwot three.
Frederick's really building up their lead. Again, gaining back that lost momentum.
Lovins with a nice steal. Burton from the dish from Lovins. He missed it. Lovins grabs the rebound as a jump ball. That's a tough sequence for Zach Burton, missing basically a wide open layup. You know, Zach, he's a dog, though. He'll come back. He's such a fun guy to talk to as well. He's such an interesting guy. He always has something to say about something. He's one of those guys you can talk about pretty much anything with. And love to watch him play basketball here at Frederick in his final year as a senior.
Speaking of seniors, Ian.
Yes.
Senior night next
week.
Friday here on GEBN.
Dorsey got the steal, almost put up a tough basket, but wanted the foul, as they call it, foul on Burton, and he agrees. Sometimes Zach is a little argumentative with some of the calls, but he agrees with that one. He did kind of wrap around and give the ref, an easy one to call. But yeah, like you said, senior night next week. Tune in to watch these seniors play possibly one more home game, the girls and boys, depending on playoffs, here on Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. As Dorsey grabs the steal, Burton had a hand on it. Dorsey grabbed it away, though. Dorsey slow in his roll. Dorsey kicks it to Burton, which is almost steal by Lyman. Kicks it. Justice in the corner for three. Justice! The juice gets loose in the corner and drops home a three.
Ping pong from the corner. Dorsey to Burton to Justice to get that three. Very big play for Frederick there. Niwot hasn't scored in a hot minute, and it's really showing how much momentum they've lost.
Oh my, rejection by Dorsey, using that height advantage at 6'6". Burton almost got a steal, and he doesn't like that call. He was a little confused. He thought he had all ball there. Zach gets subbed off for Davis. As Wisecup brings it up the floor, covered by Lechuga. Lechuga looking around his surroundings. Lechuga almost intercepted that one. As he jumped up and he grabs his hands. He knew he should have had that one. Jones for three, a little step over. Airballed it over the rim. Here comes Whitler in transition. A little 3-on-2 action. Ooh! As everybody in the stands wants a flagrant foul there, as he clearly pushing Caleb Whitler. As Whitler is very upset about that as they're looking at it to see if that was a flagrant or not.
Dante Lechuga was very upset about that one too, pressing up on Niwot.
It's going to be a flagrant foul on number 12, Elliot Wisecup, as he clearly stops and chucks Whitler to the side. As you really cannot do that, as the crowd chanted as a dirty, dirty shot to Whitler, as he'll get some free throws.
Frederick up by 12 with 2:50 left in the second quarter, first half. A lot of momentum built up in the second quarter. A lot of points scored. Very much building up what we didn't have at the beginning of that first quarter, the crucial time.
As Whitler drops both, the man on the moon by himself. As Frederick will get the inbound after the flagrant foul called on Elliot Wisecup. One more and he's done for the night. It's a dangerous, dangerous foul. Out in the corner, Justice for three, pulls it, cocks it, and hits it! The Juice is open for three.
Big corner play from Justice.
Again, he is such a great asset shooting threes when he is stable, and a timeout called by Niwot as Frederick has all the momentum right now, up by 17 with 2:36 to go before halftime, as it has been a game for Frederick that they like to remember. There's a few key pieces they got to clean up a little bit, but besides that, this team is showing what they are capable of.
Justice is really good with those long-range shots, all from the corner. I've noticed here tonight, Ian, he likes the corner a lot.
Corner, realistically, is one of the easier threes to shoot. I mean, it's hard when you're playing, obviously, but in the corner, it's a shorter distance from up high, but it's hard because there's no backboard there to help you, so it's kind of just a luck of the draw kind of shot. But Justice, he's so good at shooting threes. He can shoot it from basically the logo if he feels like it, just like his brother Luke Justice, one of the best shooters that we've seen on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network in recent history. As there's been a lot of Justices on the GBNs. There was a Max Justice goaltender for Frederick, most likely going to be rotating with Cohen Grisbeck next year. I'm excited to see where that's coming from, because I will be off college doing my studies. As here comes Niwot. As Lechuga brings it up the floor, Frederick up by 15, just trying to keep this lead going. Lechuga fly by. Lechuga pull up three. Lechuga can't hit. Here comes Niwot the other way. Ollie Justice trying to commit to the steal. That's going to be a travel on Elliott Wisecup, as he was a little antsy to get up and then come back down and try to get up again, which you can't do that. Lechuga, I don't think he was ready for that inbound from Davis. It's kind of shocked him. Back to reality as he brings it up the floor, as he got hacked at. As that ball intercepted by Lyman. Frederick hustling back. Lechuga trying to do everything and anything in his power to stop that shot. But Lyman made it as Justice wide open in the corner. Fly by. Justice, easy lane, and he missed it. Dante couldn't believe it.
Some pretty rough shots that Frederick has missed in the past few minutes here.
And some easy shots. And Justice, he flew by all of Niwot's defense. Lyman trying to do it himself. Outside of three. No good. Davis grabbing the rebound, doing what he does best. As Lechuga kicks it. Dorsey in the corner. Dorsey going to work. Dorsey meets him at the rack and gets it and draws the contact. Gennaro Dorsey. Gennaro Dorsey doing it himself from the pass from the pass from Lechuga. They're feeling kind of comfortable right now, getting this lead out back to 15, trying to make it 16 with this free throw. I'd love to see Gennaro Dorsey doing what he does, meeting people at the rim, and he does it so well. Dropping the free throw. 38-22, Frederick up big here in the first half. How can they continue to go as this half ending in a minute 12?
Frederick really profiting off of Niwot's aggression tonight with all the fouls that have been called. Taking those free throws very accurately.
Shot doesn't go. Willer's got to watch out. He doesn't want to get pit-pocketed. Gives it off to Lechuga. Lechuga back to Dorsey up high. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Frederick up by 16. Dorsey going to work. Dorsey meets him up high and can't get his layup to drop. Seems like Frederick missing a lot of those layups. As they call a hold on Frederick on Lechuga, as it looks like he knocked that ball out pretty cleanly from behind, and somehow, some way, it looks like he must have got some hand contact, as that's his first foul. Frederick is in the bonus, so if they get fouled again, they're going to the line, which could be crucial here in these moments. Elliott Wisecup with it. Wisecup with the left hand. Niwot's just kind of stifled like some statues right now. That one going out of bounds. That's going to be Frederick ball. As Niwot didn't really move at all there, Marcus. They were just kind of stifled like some statues, watching Lyman do it all. Watching Wisecup do it all.
Yeah, Wisecup really confused Niwot there. Really, it's important with the momentum that we have now to really confuse Niwot and make sure that they don't know what we're doing and don't know how to combat us.
Lechuga kicks it out. Whitler in the corner. They're going to say something on Frederick. I didn't get to see the call. I think they might have said he might have been out of bounds. Or Whitler caught the ball and he was out of bounds. So the inbound will be on the far side of your screen. As here is Niwot bringing it up the floor. 13 seconds to go. Will we see another buzzer beater to go into halftime? LT Lyman. Lyman chucks it way far side. Wisecup. Pull up 2. Wisecup missing. Rebound. No good. And that'll do it for the first half here in Niwot. Frederick up by 16 and more to go in the second half. As Marcus walked me through the first half for Frederick.
It started off really rough for Frederick, but they gained momentum as it went and stopped Niwot's momentum. Niwot really tried to overcompensate, though, for their on-paper difference and on-paper deficit against Frederick. And it really showed with all the fouls that were called and all of the extra free throws and points that were given to Frederick throughout that first half.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting first half for sure to see how Frederick, came out. They started off a little sluggish, like you said, missing some of those free shots that they just couldn't hit, and then ultimately turned it around in the second quarter, got out to that big point lead. But Niwot not going away yet. They're still here, only a 16-point lead. Frederick just got to stay consistent, can't lose it out now.
Frederick got into a groove, and they're staying in it, and they're really getting into that groove still, and they need to stay in it throughout that second half.
Yeah, a couple big-time threes from Justice, from Whitler, from Davis. There's a lot of players who are willing to step up and make the extra pass as well. Lechuga dishing out quite a few. As we just await Coach Conway for the halftime interview. But I liked what I saw from Frederick here in the first half. I want to see them replicate that in the second half. Not get too cocky, not get too confident like we talked about in the pregame. They're making their threes right now, but if you start missing them, pass up on the three a little bit. Get your 2 game going. Get the down low ball going. You've got Cole Davis, Gennaro Dorsey, some of the guys who are big and tall down low who can make those baskets. And then we saw Justice and Whitler attacking the hoop a little bit, and Lechuga. We see these guys doing what they do best, attacking the rim and get some buckets down low. You don't always have to shoot the 3 ball. Even though Frederick, one of the best 3-point shooting teams I've seen, got to just stay confident, stay calm, just play the rest of this game at their pace. You don't want Niwot to really try to get back in this game.
Got to get our tall guys in the paint and get them the ball in the paint as well. And like you said, Ian, we want to see the momentum that Frederick ended with in the first half. We don't want them to keep the momentum that they started with.
As we'll throw it down to Megan Curtis on the sideline. Megan.
Thank you, Ian. I'm down here on the sideline with Coach Conway. Coach, what has been your team's most effectiveness for getting paint touches throughout the game from other games compared to this one?
Well, we've been running, and so we've had some numbers, so it's a little bit easier to get into the paint when we got numbers. And if we can keep running and get paint touches and kickouts, that's what we need to do.
Yeah. And for my second question, what adjustments are needed to attack their zone defense?
We just need to move the ball quicker. We got to keep it hot, keep it attacking, but we got to keep moving the ball quicker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Megan. As when we come back, second half action exclusively here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
You've likely heard in the news that interest rates are way too high, homes are just not selling, and the real estate market is about to crash at any moment. Hi, I'm Kendra Badgekar, your local real estate expert, and I've been serving Carvin Valley and Northern Colorado for over 7 years, and I've got some good news. The truth is, there are several creative finance options to get your interest rate down to a much lower rate if you're thinking about buying a home. And yes, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, but with the right marketing strategy, they are still selling for a great value, so your equity is safe. If you're thinking about making a move this year, let's grab a cup of coffee and talk about the best way to get you there.
I'm Jake Marsing, social studies teacher and advisor of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, and you're watching GEBN. Go Golden Eagles!
Hey, Kyle Michael here with Michael Real Estate and RE/MAX Momentum, and I'm here at my office in downtown Frederick, Colorado. As a Colorado native and a resident to Frederick over the last 8 years, we truly understand the entire Carbon Valley and Colorado market. With offices in Frederick, Brighton, and Westminster, I covered the entire Front Range area. I've served over 130 families from Alt to Monument to Deer Trail to Grand Lake. As a small business owner myself, I understand how much time and effort it takes to be successful, which is why I continue to support local businesses, schools, and nonprofits through our Sip and Support series, coat drives, and other events. I value hardworking individuals. It is my mission to continue giving back as much as I can. We would love to serve you or your family. Give us a call, 303-944-4191, and go Golden Eagles.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Coach Matt Lloyd. I'm the head football coach at Frederick High School. You're watching the Golden Eagle Broadcasting Network. Golden Eagles, let them fly.
Brielle readies herself. The button is within reach. Will she finish it off? Brielle, the button has been pushed, and the crowd goes wild. Standing ovation sent her way. Ladies and gentlemen, the easiest and most effective way to book since sliced bread became a thing. For all your heating and air needs, visit myguyheatingandair.com, a proud sponsor of GEBN. My Guy Heating.
Are you tired of paying rent or constantly moving from one place to another? LGI Homes has the solution for you. We offer affordable new homes with exceptional quality. With our simplified buying process and zero down options available, easily achieve the dream of homeownership and quickly move into your new home. At LGI Homes, we have it all, offering new homes complete with upgrades, designed to add style, value, and energy efficiency to your life. Find your new home today with LGI Homes.
Hey, Kyle Michael here with Michael Real Estate and RE/MAX Momentum, and I'm here at my office in downtown Frederick, Colorado. As a Colorado native and a resident to Frederick over the last 8 years, we truly understand the entire Carbon Valley and Colorado market. With offices in Frederick, Brighton, and Westminster, I covered the entire Front Range area. I've served over 130 families from Alt to Monument to Deer Trail to Grand Lake. As a small business owner myself, I understand how much time and effort it takes to be successful, which is why I continue to support local businesses, schools, and nonprofits through our Sip and Support series, coat drives, and other events. I value hardworking individuals. It is my mission to continue giving back as much as I can. We would love to serve you or your family. Give us a call, 303-944-4191, and go Golden Eagles.
As we are back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network as we continue here in Niwot. 16 more minutes of action coming up. I'm Ian MacHendrie. Alongside me is Marcus Key. It's going to be a good second half here, Marcus. I can just feel it.
Yeah, we got to start off how we ended the first half, not how we started the first half.
I agree. We got to come out strong, come out swinging a little bit.
Get into our groove. Keep on our groove that we ended the first with.
As Sweet Caroline serenading our ears. Another 8 minutes to go in this second quarter. Backdoor feed, Whitler, corner, Justice, another three, no good. As Achuga trying to grab the rebound from Lyman. Lyman dishes off for Hogan. Gives it off again. Peterson going to work. Outside is Lyman. LT Lyman with the left hand slowing down the dribbling. Dishes it up top. Elliot Weiskup had the flagrant in the first half. He's got to play disciplined as his fouls are getting limited. Weiskup. Outside Jones, a three. Good! Will Jones hits a big three to start off Niwot.
Niwot really tried to confuse Frederick with that play there, and it seems like they did.
Whitler three. Good! Right back at him.
Perfect response from Whitler after that three from Niwot.
I thought Justice was going to pull the three, but he dished it, and Whitler drains it. For Hogan, cutting Peterson, covered by Dorsey. Dorsey all over him. Ooh, yeah, that's a travel. And that'll go Frederick way. Has too many feet left the floor. As the mini Frederick Rowdy crowd chanting, "You can't do that." As it's mostly just the JV boys hanging out for varsity. Oh, Lechuga got it lost in his footing as Lyman was on him. Whitler, other corner this time. Got it! And the foul! Whitler a chance for a 4-point play. Oh my goodness. Agent Zero's on a mission in the second half.
Clean way to maximize points. Force Niwot to get those fouls while you're scoring.
As they said, it was after the shot, so he actually will not get the chance for the 4-point play. As I think Niwot's coach is getting a little talking to right now. As, yep, he gets a technical foul for that. See, screaming in the ref's face. You can't do that. As, you know, I say this all the time when coaches get technicals. I love how they're defending their guys or gals. You know, I've seen Coach Hansen get quite a few techs for his girls. But, you know, it's at some point, you know, you're down big. You're about to be down 20 points if Ollie Justice hits these free throws. So you really have got to play discipline, even if you're the coach. Like, you can't be giving up these technical fouls. You can't give Frederick 2 free throws. So
at some point, you as a coach have to acknowledge when enough is enough. Like, yeah, go on, defend your players, but don't be aggressive with your defense.
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo your statement. You know, get your phrase out quickly. You got a warning. The ref's holding up the 1. That means you got your 1 warning. You keep talking to me, I'm going to tech you up. And he did. And then right as he walks away, he must have said something, and it got a tech. So 25-46 the score. As Frederick will get the inbound after the Whitler foul, after the 3. So 5 points in the span of about 1 minute for Frederick to score without even having the clock run. Caden Nebel up high, the senior center. As he cuts back door, Lechuga going to work. Nice little finish, but couldn't get it to go. That's a good-looking shot, and he just couldn't make it. For Hogan, up the floor. As outside, Will Jones, another 3. He's been hot from the arc, can't hit. As Burton and Justice collide, as they both kind of smile at each other. Say, my bad, bro. Justice, oh my goodness. Justice, a step back 3. Almost hit it, and Whitler, great aggressiveness to get on that ball and almost got the rebound. I like that confidence from Justice to pull that 3. as he watched Wisecup fly right past him. Verhoeven brings it up the floor. Gives it over to Wisecup. Wisecup kind of got double teamed beyond the arc, and a double dribble called on Wisecup. And he is clearly frustrated tonight. He says there's been quite a few calls on him tonight.
Niwot just keeps getting more and more frustrated. And it's very much showing in how much fouls they're getting.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting plenty of fouls, and it's just been tough. Such a game, one of those games where you kind of just give them up. Nebel was not ready for it as Lechuga and Nebel kind of went into a little argument. Not really a little argument, but kind of just like, huh? How does that happen? Got to be ready at all times. Caden Nebel, one of the guys who doesn't really get in as often, but is kind of one of those reserved seniors who gets to come in when his chance is on. LT Lyman feeling his three ball. No good. As Caleb Whitler gets there, as that's going to be, should be Frederick ball, and it will be. It's always so fun to watch the game from up here to kind of see, the calls the refs can not really see from up here, as there was a little bit of discussion. As Alex Lyman checking in the game for Burton. As Whitler stays on the floor. Frederick kind of subbing out some of their starters now here in the third. You're up by 21. I guess no reason to kind of injure your starters, especially so late to playoffs. As here comes Lechuga. Dante going on to work by Lyman. Alex Lyman in the corner, wanted the three. Here's Whitler trying to get him off easy. Lechuga pump fakes the head. Lechuga has a charging called on Dante Lechuga.
Would have been a bucket from Whitler if the ref didn't blow the whistle so early.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I didn't really see much to give a travel or a charging for, but hey, that's something about the game that they can see better than we can up here. So Niwot will bring it up the floor after another Frederick turnover. Verhoeven. Good defense by Frederick. Just staying disciplined right now. No need to force anything. Jones to Verhoeven. Verhoeven. Good defense as he goes to the lane. They call a foul after the basket, so it'll be an and one opportunity. As who the foul was called on, I am unsure. It's called on Alex Lyman for a hold.
Frederick really gave Verhoeven no room to get through there until that last little bit before the layup. And they didn't give him any room to move during the layup, and that's where the foul came from.
This is where Frederick just needs to not lose the lead. Dishing backdoor, Nebel takes the contact over the top of the foul. That's going to be on Will Jones, as Caden Nebel will go to the line to shoot two.
Fouls left and right, both teams getting dished out tonight.
Yeah, it's like a buffet of fouls. You get one, and you get one. It's already 5 fouls by both sides here in the third quarter. As Nebel's up free throw, he misses the first one. Conway feeling confident with his guys up 18 to put some of the bench rotational players in. As to Niwot, you got to kind of take offense to that. As you know, that's a kind of a gut check of, hey, we're down by a lot. They're putting their bench players in. Nebel misses both, but can he make up for it? The timeout called by Niwot. So the momentum kind of in the middle ground right now. Both teams just trying to find their footing in the second half. Frederick started off with some big-time threes, but then it's been smooth sailing through there. Haven't really had a big bucket since.
Yeah, Frederick's really just trying to settle in. They're settling into their groove right now and really trying to just keep Niwot out of the way.
Yeah,
and putting their bench players in, trying to keep Niwot out of the way, putting players in who Niwot hasn't really seen.
Yeah, give them a kind of a underestimation of these guys. You know, We'll just see. We'll see how Frederick responds, though, with the bench players. And they still have some of their best shooters in the game. Zach Burton, who's an aggressive-natured man who can go get the rebound if you need him to. And you've got Dante Lechuga, who can hit big-time threes, and Ollie Justice as well, who can hit big-time threes. But I'm really looking for Dante Lechuga here to kind of facilitate the offense, kind of move him around, do what he does. He's the maestro here. He controls everything on the floor offensively. So Frederick will go from defense here, as Noah says, defense translates to offense. So can we see Frederick kind of get this ball back quickly and try to do something? LT Lyman covered by pretty much the whole Frederick team. Lyman doing it all by himself. He needs to pass the ball. Fouled by Lyman. So 2 Lymans on the floor. Don't get them mixed. Alex Lyman for Frederick and LT Lyman for Niwot. As Lyman a little frustrated with the foul call. His second already.
Not Lyman. Frederick has really put in all their defense on Lyman because he's been the really big scorer for Niwot tonight.
As he shows it right there with a big-time 3. He cuts the lead down to 15. The lead was 20 at one point. Frederick need to find a way to get some rhythm back. Burton, outside corner for Lyman. Lyman getting kind of pushed and shoved as he tried to dish it off to Nebel. Lost it as a weird pass from Verhoeven as, LT Lyman slid about 8 feet into the garage door.
Did not look like it was comfortable.
As Frederick brings on Lovins and Davis for Lyman and Nebel. Here's Lechuga with some of his starter help on the court, plus Lexell, and there goes Dante Lechuga into the lane and gets a nice bucket. Niwot outside. LT Lyman brings it halfway up.
Seems like Frederick had a little bit of a panic there. Started putting in their starters again after that 3 from Lyman.
Ooh, and Seckley misses a big kind of open bucket under the rim. It's going to be a jump ball. It should go Niwot's way from what the scoreboard said, but I don't think they've updated it since the last jump ball. So we'll see if they update it this time after that one. It should be Niwot ball, but a timeout called here. So the third quarter not going anywhere yet. 17-point lead for Frederick, 3:08 to go. As we kind of watch this Frederick huddle.
We're just over halfway through the third quarter, and it's really important that Frederick once again build up that momentum. Like I said earlier, they had a little bit of a panic after Lyman's 3 for Niwot, making that deficit smaller.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a panic or more of just like a, hey, okay, you guys tried to do something. You didn't really do much. We're just going to bring the starters back in, try to build this lead back to more comfortable, and then you guys can come hop back in the game and get some points of your own on varsity. As the inbound under the hoop for Niwot after the timeout. After the jump ball and then the timeout. Lyman trying to draw the foul as he flopped and almost won an Oscar there. Lechuga kicks it corner. Nice pass to Davis. Davis got a tip as he was going to Justice. Up high, Justice going it with the ball in his hands. Justice trying to put up a tough basket, couldn't get it. Oh yeah, his foot was on the line as that's going to be Frederick basketball. As he took a hard dive into the wall. Don't know why I had a little pirate accent, but I'll take it. 31-48. Frederick still leads. So they chuck it up high for Davis. Davis out to Lovins. Lovins backdoor for Justice. Justice goes back to Lechuga. The chemistry from these starters is pretty crazy to see as he swings it out to Davis. Davis up high for Justice, trying to feel comfortable. Justice kind of face guarded as he trips up on the floor, and a double dribble called on Seckley. So give the ball right back to Frederick.
Frederick played a game of ping pong there once again, trying to confuse Niwot, and it ended up confusing themselves.
Yeah, Niwot they got the ball and then they double dribbled as Two guys in the corner right now for Frederick. I don't know really what's going on there. As Lechuga misses a three, as now Frederick just kind of seems a little lackadaisical right now. They're up by 17. They don't think this game really matters much right now. Seckley a three, no good. Is kind of slow on the rebound as well. As a quick throw down the other way for Lovins as he took a knee to the head as he's going up to shoot. Is this going to be a pass under the basket? As Lyman's confused how that, or sorry, Lovins was confused how that wasn't a shooting foul. I thought it was as well. So kick it way too hard as Dorsey has to chase it all the way back. As that ball went pretty much to the other end of the court. Gennaro Dorsey dishes off to Lovins. Lovins out to Lechuga. Dante got it tipped, but got just enough to get it to Lovins. Lovins gave it to Davis, and what a play by Dorsey. Ooh, he took a tough fall. Kind of lost his balance. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. As Whitler getting ready to check in. So Frederick brings on their five. Trying to possibly bring on their five. They're still missing, Justice on the bench getting some rest. Dorsey to shoot some free throws. First one up and good from Gennaro. As Frederick in the bonus as well. So they're subbing out some of their players to get some rest and relaxation before the start of the fourth quarter. Dorsey with another free throw. Good on both of them. Dorsey makes it 50-33.
Frederick really has done a good job in the past about 2 minutes of play, rebuilding that deficit up to a more comfortable position. Still not what it was, but it's very much more comfortable.
Davis. There was a timeout called as Davis took a shot to the nose, it looks like. Is he shaken up? Can't tell if it was the nose or the eye. It looks like it might have been the nose.
Looks like a shot to the eye.
Yeah, I can't really.
He's holding
that face. He's holding
somewhere on his face.
Yeah, Frederick brings on the five they started this game with. As Niwot goes into this kind of trap. Cutting Whitler. Oh my goodness, Caleb Whitler! Have yourself a night. Agent Zero, Caleb Whitler doing what he does best. Lyman
and Gustafsson really had Whitler trapped there, but he prevailed and got that layup. Really good points for Frederick right now. Still not the most comfortable deficit, but still more comfortable than it was.
As there's going to be a foul on a push. The call is on Zach Burton. That's his third. Frederick one foul away from putting Niwot in the bonus.
Frederick already in the bonus. Like I've said a few times tonight, Ian, Niwot's playing really over-aggressive.
As what a feed from Justice to Dorsey, going up for it. Dorsey with the right-hand lay. Makes it 19, the lead now. Kind of trapped outside, trying to find something to do. If you're Niwot, Seckley.
Yeah, as I was saying a minute ago, Niwot's put Frederick into the bonus almost all 3 quarters so far. I'm pretty sure it is all 3 quarters they've put him into the bonus.
Oh, what a pass from Burton to Justice, going back to the basics. LT Lyman got it tipped. Burton a half-court heave. Too late. As he was trying to get something there. As really when we come back, start of the fourth quarter action here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Are you tired of paying rent or constantly moving from one place to another? LGI Homes has the solution for you. we offer affordable new homes with exceptional quality. With our simplified buying process and zero down options available, easily achieve the dream of homeownership and quickly move into your new home. At LGI Homes, we have it all, offering new homes complete with upgrades designed to add style, value, and energy efficiency to your life. Find your new home today with LGI Homes.
As we are back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network, 3 quarters have played, 1 more to go. Frederick up by 21. Kind of a comfortable lead now. What will they decide to do in this one?
In this last quarter of play, Frederick really needs to build that deficit more, cement that lead in. Up by 21 at the moment. Hopefully, they can lead by more into the end of this game.
Yeah, I agree. They just kind of, I think, just kind of build a sustainable lead and just close this night out, end it out. Burton, as he was going, could tell if that was for Whitler or Dorsey, but put a little bit too much pepper on it and threw that one out of bounds. As here comes Niwot up the floor. Their starters back in the game for Hogan. To Jones up high. Back to Verhoeven. Verhoeven. Outside, that's Wisecup. Wisecup. Covered by Burton. Burton on him. It's a good move by Wisecup as he dishes to Verhoeven down low. As Burton, I think, got a hand on that ball. Might have almost blocked it. Oh, my goodness. Zach Burton with the behind the back. Little move. Justice. Oh, throws a high for Whitler in the corner. As Burton feeling comfortable from 3. Zach attack, no good. Rebound, Dorsey. Dorsey out to Burton. Burton, what a throw for Burton. As Justice up top. Bang! As Ollie Justice might have just cemented the dagger in Niwot. To the lane, Jones, he misses the layup. As a bounce pass, Justice going up for it. Doesn't get the contact, doesn't get the foul. As he missed the layup as well. As they will kick it out to Jones. Jones will pull up too, over the backboard. Verhoeven trying to attack underneath, and he misses. This is kind of just an array of miss for Frederick. Backdoor and Justice. It's like they're playing backyard ball. Just a backdoor feed and an easy layup for Justice.
Side to side, all across the court. Real quick plays, real quick transitions from Frederick and Niwot. Frederick a little bit quicker than Niwot.
Jones a 3. Got it. Dorsey going to work as he got it poked away from him, and he was a little shocked. Jones feeling some pressure on his face. LT Lyman outside. Upside, Jones. Jones. Wisecup with the right hand, dishes off to Peterson. Peterson goes back to Jones. Jones working on Lovins. Outside, Lyman for 3. Off the back iron. Dorsey comes down with it. He's feeling a bit too comfortable. Oh, goodness, what a move by Whitler. Out to Burton. Burton attacking. Oh, my goodness. Burton lost it in his footing. Whitler, pump fake. Dorsey, corner 3. Good! Dorsey, a big time 3. As out of bounds on a good defensive play from Whitler. As I think for Frederick has kind of cemented the night for some of these starters. Burton, Dorsey, and Whitler.
26-point lead really makes it clear who is going to win tonight.
5 minutes to go. It seems like this game is all but over as Wisecup does it himself with a bucket. Gives it to Lechuga. Here's Dante Lechuga. Going to work on Wisecup. Dishes up top. Justice. Justice, a little step back action. Finds Lechuga open. Lechuga dishes to Lovins. No good. As Lyman on Lyman action, trying to get the rebound. As tipped by Lechuga in the lane. Popped out by Lechuga. It's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Niwot ball. As I like Frederick's making those extra passes there. You saw Justice gave it off to LeChuga. He could have shot it. No, he dished it off to Lovins. And Lovins just couldn't hit the three, but making the extra pass, that matters there. Frederick feeling good, up 24. It's a high point dish. Niebel got a hand in there as Lyman almost took away with it as Jones drops home the bucket. And he's been the man for Niwot tonight. Here comes Justice. Finds LeChuga. LeChuga spots up a three. Bang! Dante LeChuga, another big-time three. As Frederick goes to 67 to 42 for Hogan. Far side dish. Lyman a three. Good response back for Frederick. Here's Xander Lovins going to work. Lovins got it blocked. LeChuga right there to finish the flush, though.
It's been a ping-pong game of points in the past little bit here, Ian.
Yeah, Niwot's making a lot of their shots now. They kind of wish they were making these earlier in the game to try to get back at Frederick, but they haven't been able to. Wisecup doing it all himself. And Lovin's got a hand on it, but LeChuga comes down with it. Peterson trying to get the ball back, kicks it out. Lyman, oh, he might have had his foot on the line, but a little too much from LeChuga. As Jones got the bucket to drop on a free bucket, essentially. Justice, backdoor Lovins. Oh, Peterson got a hand on it. It's going to stay Frederick ball. There's a couple more substitutions and a timeout from Conway. And his guys up by 22 points. And I think it's almost safe to say that this game is out of reach for Niwot, as we see one of the most miraculous comebacks I've ever seen in basketball history.
3:18 left in the game tonight. 22-point deficit. Almost got it up to 30 a minute ago. But the fast breaks from both Frederick and Niwot and the turnovers have really helped to bring Niwot back into running. But it's still a little too late. Niwot still down too far.
Yeah, Niwot were knocking down some of those big-time threes, though, just now. And, you know, I think they were wishing they had those about 20 minutes ago in the first half, where they had like a 1-point deficit with Frederick. But Frederick just all too much from beyond the arc tonight. 2 big-time threes from Justice and LeChuga, which might have just put the dagger in Niwot. Niebel will inbound. The inbound, oh my goodness, Justice kind of let out a whoa, because he was not expecting that ball to go that high. Justice, oh my goodness, Ollie Justice. Do your thing.
Niwot's recognized that Justice is the real big point scorer for Frederick, and they've started putting all their defense on him. When he gets anywhere close to Niwot's territory, they put everything on Justice.
Ah, you don't care. Justice, step back three. Oh, he airballed it. Niebel had his foot on the line, out of bounds. A couple substitutions. I'm sorry, not a couple. A pack of Cougars coming in.
Full substitutions from Niwot.
Because the seniors are done.
Looking pretty tired right now.
As Frederick as well will bring on their bench of substitutions. Cole Stanton and some Josiah Gonzalez, Cole Stanton, and Marcus Preston, or Mason Preston, I apologize, checking in. So now we're kind of watching a little JV on JV battle now.
Frederick's feeling comfortable again. 22-point deficit, still not what it was, but still comfortable enough to put some of those JV guys in, get them some varsity reps.
As Niwot going crazy for some of the bench players. That's Mason Gustafson who gets a bucket. Caden Martin gives it to Cole Stanton. Stanton going to work. Cole Stanton over the back, and Cole Stanton gets big and puts up a basket of his own. Makes it a 20-point, or sorry, it should be a 22-point lead from Niwot. Trap up high. A three ball on the way, no good. It was a high arcing three as Stanton comes down with it.
The other thing with putting your JV players in this fourth quarter is they're rested. They played earlier today, but they're rested because they haven't been playing for about an hour or two.
Yeah, these guys also know each other very well, so there's a lot of chemistry between them. Caden Martin to the rack. Give them two more. Tack on a Frederick score.
Yeah, rested players equals building up that deficit late in the game.
Gustafson misses a three. Madera grabs the rebound. Caden Martin, as he's a freshman chance, raining down on Caden Martin. It was Caleb Whitler last year that got who's the freshman chance. Now he's a sophomore and he's a star. Madera, also a freshman. Joseph Madera draws the foul. It's nice to see some of these JV guys get their shining moment in Niwot. There's a great game plan from Frederick, which is working almost to perfection. Madera is free throws. Got the first one. As the other JV boys and C-team boys watch on from the sidelines, cheering on their teammates who are getting their big varsity chances. Madera up and down with two. Up by 26, Frederick is. A minute 12, and clock ticking. As Niwot just trying to get anything off here. Seckley in the corner now. Niwot just throwing it around, trying to get a shot. Driving outside. Under a minute to go here at play. Seckley, a step-up three off the back iron, and Madera comes down with a rebound. 46 seconds, gives it off to Caden Martin. Martin with the left hand, right hand. He pulls up a three. Caden Martin, no good. Madera drops the backboard and in. Have yourself a knife, Joseph Madera, coming off the bench as a freshman, the reserve player. Now trying to get another shot off here. Pump fakes the deep three. 28-point lead. I'd love to see if Frederick could extend this to 50. A three, no good. Madera grabs it, 14 seconds now. I'd love to see Frederick get to the 80s. Caden Martin winding the clock down, 6 seconds. Will he take another shot or will he just close it out? And that should do it. Here in Niwot, Frederick coming to the Cougars' den and blow open the doors as the Eagles soar to 14-7 on the year. Just awaiting playoffs coming up. 2 more games for them this season. Fairview on the road at Fairview, and then at home against Longmont. First senior night. So make sure you tune into that broadcast as well to see the seniors.
Towards the end of the night here tonight, Ian, Niwot was trying to do anything they could to confuse Frederick and try to get a little bit more points on the board to make that loss a little less hurtful.
Excruciating?
Yeah.
That's a good term for it, I would think.
Yeah.
You're up by 21 or 28-point win in a night that Frederick's star players came out to play and dominate in domination. Oh, yeah, get that. Oh, cool.
Frederick's getting packed up here tonight as we're awaiting Megan Curtis down on the sideline.
Just waiting for Cole Davis to do a quick little interview, as he had a pretty good night as well, down low, getting some boards and getting some big plays, as we'll throw it down to Megan Curtis. Megan.
Thank you, Ian. I'm down here on the sideline with Cole. Cole, what needs to improve in your pick and roll execution for next game?
I would probably say setting the screen harder and getting out of the pro slot for sure.
And how did you approach defending their best wing scorer?
I kind of just try to force them to their offhand, but besides that, really just rely on my natural defense.
Thank you so much. Back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Megan. As tonight's broadcast of Varsity Boys Basketball between the Niwot Cougars and your Frederick Golden Eagles have been brought to you by the talented crew of students here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I've been senior Ian MacHendrie. Alongside me has been sophomore Marcus Key. Our director of tonight's broadcast has been the senior Wyatt Morrison. Our camera operators have been senior Carly Evans and freshman Elliot MacHendrie. And our PAs for tonight's broadcast have been Izzy Biodrowski. And to the third member of our team, down on the sideline, Megan Curtis. Mr. Marsing is GEBN's advisor. For everybody at FHS, I've been Ian MacHendrie, and you've been watching the Golden Eagle Broadcast